ask and they likely will deliver a package. And if you don't like what's inside, don't worry, because someone else will send another. And in this case, what the heck am I talking about? Well, you guys have been asking, not just you guys, but the world at large, for a product that does what Snail Mucin does for the skin, but with no snails involved, please. And ask and they will deliver. And I've already tried out several products that claim to be a Snail Mucin. Well, Byoma has come out with a Phyto-Mucin Glow Serum. They sent this to me and I've been trying out what's inside, and we're gonna break it down. What is in this? Can it stack up to my holy grail, the Cosrx Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence? I pulled this bottle out of my supply chest because this is a holy grail for me. What is it about Snail Mucin that I love so much? Well, it's what it does for my skin while I'm using it, okay? It's not a permanent change. It's not like it gets in there, rebuilds collagen, puts a little bit more elastic tissue in place, doesn't replace lost volume, none of that. What it does is hydrate in a way that only this product does, wherein I see clear, smooth, bouncy skin at the surface and a visible diminishment in pore size, which is related to improved hydration that plumps up the skin surrounding the pore opening, making it look smaller. It doesn't actually change the pore size, okay? Set expectations going in. Love, love, love this, but other people either don't want anything to do with a product that is derived from secretions from a snail, or they've tried this, maybe they liked what they saw on first impression, but over time, y'all butted heads. You butted heads, and I'm here to be an intermediary, okay? So Byoma came out with this Phyto-Mucin Glow Serum that's got root extracts in it, which praise the skincare gods, because that's really one of the closest approximation to what I enjoy most, honestly, about Snail Mucin. It's the slippery slimies. Yeah, what creeps most people out, I'm like, sign me up. It's something about my personality. I really love the slippery, slimy textures. As a matter of fact, side note, my all-time favorite food is boiled okra. Yeah, I know. I'm weird. No one likes that but me. Slurp it up. Love it, love it, love it. If I could eat it all year round, I would, but it's only good a certain time of the year. Anyway, so it's got root extracts, which deliver that slippery, slimy, hydrating, mucin-like film. Phyto-Mucin, reasonable way to name it. Don't mind that. It's also got ceramides, lipids naturally found in skin's outermost layer. Applying them exogenously can help with your barrier. What I really like in the ingredient lineup here is polyglutamic acid, which is a nice addition here because it's hydrating, but it also kind of puts this moisturizing film on the surface of the skin that helps with just kind of better elasticity. Like you pinch your skin and it bounces right back down quickly and efficiently. This has panthenol, which is a moisturizing B vitamin, extracts from laminaria, super hydrating, and palmitoyl tripeptide 1, a peptide that can help with better moisture retention. All these things are going to work together to improve water content in skin's outermost layer and smooth things out. So I've been putting this to the test. First of all, it meets the vibe check on pump out, which I know you guys are like, okay, creepy crawly, you weirdo, but I love the texture, okay? Yes, it looks and feels an awful lot like Snail Mucin. When I put it on my skin as the first step after cleansing, as I would the Snail Mucin serum, feels great. No fragrance in this product, but when you're putting it on, there is a bit of a fruity aroma to it, which we've encountered in other products before. So just be aware, it doesn't have like a strong scent, but you will encounter a bit of an aroma. It's not off-putting. It's not like cheese or hot dog water, so don't worry about that, but it's there. It's very hydrating, and it really does leave the skin nice and hydrated. What else can I say about it? It doesn't quite perform to the same level, I'm sorry to say, as the Snail Mucin. In other words, I don't get that pore diminishing effect with this, but I do get hydrated, moisturized skin that's plump, that's bouncy, that's smooth and radiant. Those are a lot of check boxes checked off. So this is good. I really like it. No niacinamide. For those of you who are sensitive to one of my favorite B vitamins and you can't escape it, no niacinamide. Also has a few forms of hyaluronic acid, another humectant that gets down in there and helps with water content. So it's a really nice hydrating serum. I use this twice a day, morning and evening after cleansing, although some mornings I don't wash my face. You don't necessarily need to, and we're not going to get into into the nuance of whether or not you wash your face in the morning, all right? We have talked about that ad nauseum, and if you missed that, well, you're gonna need to go back to the notes because other people don't wanna be put to sleep. This also plays well with skincare products that you might layer on over. So for example, at nighttime, I like to put a moisturizer on over this, fine. If you watch my review of Eucerin's new thiamidol products, yes, I am still using those despite the offensive fragrance they pumped in them. I am still using them because I'm like that. I like to finish what I start. One thing about those products, which is important here, is they have denatured alcohol, which is not the devil, okay? Paula's Choice, back the bus up. It's not the devil. It's a very helpful ingredient. But one thing you will encounter with products that are often gels that have denatured alcohol or serums that have that fast absorbing, quick dry finish, certain gel sunscreens, is that if you layer them on over some stuff, you're likely to get pilling. Like really oily emollient things did not get pilling with either the sunscreen on over this or the serum or the eye cream. So yeah, I've been using those with this, no problem. Great, so no pilling. In other words, if you're using a sunscreen gel, like the Bullfrog sunscreen gel I love so much, but you know if you put that on over something emollient, it's gonna pill like none other. Maybe not with this. Didn't with other alcohol-based products for me. So it layers well. Let's see, what is it like though if you just put it on the skin and don't do anything else? Well, your skin's gonna feel decently moisturized. It does dry down by itself a little filmy. That's why I like to put a moisturizer on over to really lock everything in. There's not a whole lot going on in the realm of emollient effect here either to kind of smooth and soften, all right? So that's kind of an aesthetic difference and functional difference in that it doesn't really optimally lock in hydration like a moisturizer would, but it doesn't bill itself as a moisturizer. It is a glow serum. Overall, I think this is really good. In the search for alternatives to snail mucin, I think this is a really good option. Much better than that ridiculous Mixun bean essence. No. That was a huge disappointment. And I think I'm stuck with another bottle of it that I was gifted in my Korean advent calendar, which I'm grateful for, but that product was no bueno. I mean, not the worst thing, but it definitely was not a Cosrx Snail Mucin alternative for me, that's for sure. This pretty darn close. Really like it. Now, I want to remind you all that in my journey for products that perform similarly to Snail Mucin, something that does the pore diminishing effect, has this bit of a slippery, slimy texture to it, is going to be a rung above this, will remain in the competition, in the seat of gold, the Madagascar Centella Pro-Bio Cica Intensive Ampule. All right, Skin 1004 has a lot of Cica Centella ampules. This is the one. This is the one for that hydrated, glowy, glass, smooth, hydrated, dewy, bouncy, youthful skin with diminished pores on sight. That's what this does. Love it. This is like, I don't know, bottle number 3 or 4 for me. Also love the corresponding cream. In contrast to the Byoma product, which performs well, if you just put this on your face and drop dead right there, the ambulance comes in, they're taking a pulse, okay? They're trying to figure out if they should keep going with compressions. They might reach on over and touch your cheek, and they're gonna be like, ooh, it's nice and moisturized. Whereas this, they're gonna be like, what's that filmy stuff on her cheek? It's a little filmy, a little tight. They might even pull out a pot of cream out of their back pocket and dab a little on for just dignity purposes, all right? So you don't want to go down like that, quite. Not saying that, you know, if you're using this and you get a chance to layer your moisturizer on over it and then you fall to your knees and you know, prepare to cross over the pearly gates, all right, you're going in radiant. But if you let it dry, you know, you floss your teeth and then you drop dead, well, you're going to the afterlife with less than moisturized skin. It's just not like the full shebang. This can give you the full shebang. You can layer more moisturizer on over it if you want, which I often do, but by itself it's great. Like this layers with stuff well. Haven't tried it though with the alcohol-based products. I might have to dabble in that science experiment and report back, because this is more emollient. That's kind of the difference. There's more of an emollient property to this to really soften and smooth and make your skin feel moisturized, whereas this is a lot more hydration focused. This hydrates through the ferment, which is in this. So those are just some little differences here and there. You know, Byoma has quite a few products that I've tried so far of my own accord that were not sent to me that are pretty good. That's why I agreed to test this out. Plus, you know, I was curious to see how it would stack up to my favorite Snail Mucin. But let me know in the comments, do you guys use anything from this brand? What have you used? And what else should I try out from Byoma? Because this I'm happy to have in my current lineup of slippery slimies to dabble with. If you're looking for a hydrating serum with a little bit of viscosity, a little bit of slime, but you don't want to do Snail Mucin, which is very popular for a reason, okay? I know things get overhyped. All the people come out and say, I'm obsessed, but for me, Snail Mucin Power Essence from Cosrx delivers results. But this gets pretty good results, okay? It doesn't check all the boxes, but it's a heck of a lot better than that bean thing. No snails, no niacinamide for those of you who are sensitive, but it's not quite as jazzy as my friend Madagascar Centella Probiotica Intensive Ampule. No snails, no niacinamide, no fragrance as well. This checks a lot more boxes, but this is pretty good. All right, let me know in the comments. Is this something you were curious about, interested in? I know I talk about the Snail Mucin a lot, so hopefully this was informative to those of you curious. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.